Welcome back, friends. Today I'm sharing with you a super easy recipe for stuffed pork loin. And this would be great for an Easter dinner or a Sunday supper or any time really. But when I bought this, I thought it was going to be one large pork loin. It ended up being two. So I'm going to do is just butterfly them open, and I already did one, and I will show you how to do the other one. But for seasoning, you choose whatever type of seasonings you like. So I have garlic powder, some cowboy butter, and some buttery garlic and herb, 2 teaspoons or 2 cloves of garlic minced. And then for the base, you need at least some type of cheese. I'm using mozzarella, 1 cup, and 1 cup of spinach. Now, I had frozen on hand, but you can definitely use fresh, and also a block of cream cheese. Now, if you use frozen spinach, just make sure to drain off all of the water from it. But seasoning-wise, you can use anything you want. But for the base, you want cheese, the spinach, and the cream cheese. You need a mallet or something to just kind of pound out the meat, just to get it a little bit thinner, and some cling wrap to put over it when you go to do that. So this one, like I said, super easy and very flavorful. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you how to, since I already did one, I'm going to show you how to do the other pork loin. And it's really easy. You want to cut down the middle and do not cut all the way through. So you want to leave at least a ½ inch or so on the bottom. So just kind of cut through. You want to make sure you have a sharp knife for this. And once you get that cut like that, you kind of open it like a book in a sense. But I'm going to show you here if I can get it to do that. It's just where you take and kind of on an angle, if you can see that, you kind of cut down. And you just keep doing that until it opens up. So you're just going to continue to cut little strips. I hope you're able to see kind of what I'm doing. And you just keep going across until it sort of opens up. And then you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. You can cut it, that way. But I like to turn my pan around and cut the same way I was cutting. It just makes it easier for me instead of trying to cut the other way, if that makes sense. It's just the way my brain works. But I'm doing the exact same thing and just cutting it down like that. So it's kind of like on an angle, and you're just flattening it out. And I'm going to continue to do that until, I get it where, it's open enough. Because it does need to be a little wider, just so that way when you go to put the filling in, it's easier to roll up. So I hope this gives you an idea of how to do that. I'm not perfect at doing it. Like I said, I just do the best I can just to open that up. You just don't want to cut through. So just make sure not to cut through, the meat. And the next thing you're going to do is put some cling wrap, saran wrap, clear wrap over the meat. And that's just so it doesn't splatter everywhere. Keep everything kind of sanitary. But take your mallet or whatever you have that you can use, just to kind of flatten it out some. You don't want to pound it to oblivion. You just want to get it to where it's just a little flatter, because some of the pieces could be, a little thick. So you want to get those thick pieces just flattened. And it helps to, make it a little bit wider. And to a bowl, you want to add your cream cheese. And I like to spread mine out, even though it's softened, it still, to me, has a little bit of a thickness to it. So if I spread it out a little bit more, I just find it's easier to mix everything else in, and it will be a thick, mixture. Then I add the cheese and the spinach to it, and I'm just going to, just spread that about. Add some garlic powder. I'm not measuring any of my seasoning. I'm just going to sprinkle on however much I like. And then I'm going to add in some of that buttery garlic and herb. Just use whatever seasonings you feel would go well with this. And these all paired well, I felt. And that garlic as well definitely added flavor to this. So then I'm just going to mix all of that together. And you just want to make sure, all of the spinach, the cheese, and everything is, coated well with that cream cheese. And I really love this cowboy butter. It seasons meat perfectly. So it's great for all kinds of meat, vegetables, things like that. So I'm just going to sprinkle on a good bit to my meat. And this, like I said, helps to season it so much. So if you find that you ever do pork and it doesn't have a lot of flavor, season your meat first. So I added that on, and I also added some garlic powder to this as well. So just know that I already added that. You can add salt and pepper, whatever you like. But I'm going to put this mixture on, and I start in the middle, and then I just kind of spread it out. Now, originally, I thought I was only using one pork loin, because that's what it looked like in the pack. I didn't realize it was for two. I don't even remember it saying two pork loin, but since I have two of them, I'm going to separate that mixture, and it actually worked out well. I thought it wasn't going to be enough, but it worked out to where both pork loins had enough on it. But you just want to spread it out the best you can and leave the edges a little bit without it. It just makes it easier, and nothing's going to really, when you go to roll it up, come out. So once you get enough of the filling on there, we're going to roll it up. So I just start, from one end and just start rolling. And that's really the whole process of it. So you can see once you get it rolled up. Now, if I would have had kitchen twine, I would have used that, but I was completely out. So I ended up using toothpicks to hold the edges together. But twine, I find, works really well. It's just easier to take it off than trying to take those, toothpicks out once they're cooked, once the meat's cooked. But in a pinch, those toothpicks work great. So I'm adding, some garlic powder, some seasoning onto the other pork loin, and I'm going to go ahead and fill that one as well, and then roll that one up. Now, once you have them rolled up as tight as you can get it, then here is where you would use the kitchen twine if you're using that, or the toothpicks. So if you use kitchen twine, you want to space it about every inch or so, just so that way it, keeps everything closed. And then when you're done, you would just be able to clip off the twine. Now, I'm using the toothpicks since I didn't have any kitchen twine, and I'm just putting it in just like you would if you were sewing something. So just seal up, the edges as best as you can, just to try to prevent stuff from, coming out as it cooks. Now, I will say some of the filling will escape. It just depends on, how tight you have it. But I'm just going to continue to put those toothpicks and just try to make sure it's as tight as I can get it. And I'm going to add more of that cowboy butter on top. And like I said, you really can't overdo this seasoning. It is so good. So I'm just going to make sure to season all around the pork loin. And just, like I said, if you have never used the cowboy butter, I think it's one you should try. And like I said, it's great for pork, any kind of meat, even chicken. And once I have it all seasoned, I put it in a preheated oven on 350. You want to cook this until it is completely done for pork. And that can be from 145 to 160. So it just depends on how well you want it done. But you don't want it to be underdone. And I did make a glaze to put on the pork. And I usually add it about 15 minutes before it comes out of the oven, before it's done. And I thought I was recording what I added to this, but I did not. So I'm going to put that on the screen. It's very simple and easy, little, glaze. But you can either spoon it over or use a brush to brush it on. And you can also reserve some if you want it for dipping. But when it comes out of the oven, this is what it looks like. And as you can see on one of them, it did, come out a little bit with the filling, but that was okay. And when I cut that down, there was a lot of filling still, in there. So I just took that little bit and put it on the side to add to it. But this really did turn out delicious. So as you can see here, this is what it looks like once it's cut. So you kind of have like a spiral there. And you can choose to add a lot of different things to this. If you wanted mushrooms or anything like that, you can add that as well. Bacon, would be good. I just had some rice and some green beans with this. But if you're making it for Easter, you can always do like mashed potatoes or roasties, some nice roasted vegetables, things like that. So any type of, sides that you'd want. This was absolutely delicious. Like I said, when you season your meat, it comes out great. And then I just put some of that sauce I had reserved and put that over it. That really is delicious as well. And I hope that you decide to give this one a try. It was really, really good. We really enjoyed it. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in seeing more like it, please click that subscribe button and the notification bell. That's going to notify you when I post new videos. I hope everyone has a very blessed day, a blessed Easter. God bless y'all.